Yep, pulling up to the station. Why, it's the motherfucking Wape Train. Hello, everyone! And why do I have my copies of Dark Souls 2 here? Did I just say copies? Shut. Anyway, it just got announced that Dark Souls 2 is getting a better version, just like Dark Souls 1 did. Sadly, though, Dark Souls 1's better version only physically came out as a PC copy in America, while PAL would get a physical copy of it for other systems, which, of course, as any of you know, I imported the PS3 version of that. But anyway, so my bareness of trying to hold out and praying hope that a physical version of the DLC comes out. And while it's not confirmed the DLC is on the disc yet, I'm pretty confident that probably is going to be. I'll be trying to find out if I can, but it's probably too early for any of the Twitter or Facebook pages owned by Namco. Whoever runs them probably has no fucking idea right now. But getting the question out there helps. Either way, I think it's a very good chance, and there's a lot of different things that come from this. First thing, it has a new subtitle. While, Dark Souls was the Prepare to Die edition, this is called the Scholar of the Fourth Sin, which is a little interesting, because the Fourth Sin, what is it directly referring to as the Fourth Sin? There was a lot of sins in Dark Souls 1, and you have the last sin as a boss in the game. So what is the fourth sin? Now, it's all the way wildly being speculated whether there's going to be really new content in this. There is an official page that briefly goes over what's in here, and it does state that there will be new events and NPCs added to the game. And these will be patched into regular copies. If you got a regular copy of the PS3 and 360 version, because apparently this is also being released for previous gen and next gen, which for me is awesome with me getting a PS4, hopefully in a few days, with Black Friday around the corner. But these features are supposedly going to be patched into pre-existing copies, so you don't need to repurchase the game. However, there is additions, aka the DLC. Now, that's why I think the DLC is going to be on the disc. But, like I said, there's no 100% evidence that please put it on the damn disc. And there's almost no excuse for it on the next-gen ones, too. So, because, the DLC doesn't even exist as DLC on the PS4. But I'm really excited to hear about that. And there's also, obviously, the graphical improvements and such that the next-gen console versions will take advantage. But they also announced that they're increasing the online activity of the next-gen versions. This isn't being retrofitted into the previous. The previous versions in an update will get the events, NPCs, and some new descriptions of enchantments or something like that. Those are being patched. The DLC in that is not being patched. So whatever new story elements are going to exist are not going to be forced upon you to purchase the game again. Now, I'm definitely buying the PS4 version. It's like, I'm getting a PS4 version. It's going to have the DLC and stuff. Like, fuck yeah. It's a shame that I'm going to have to wait until April to play the DLC, but hey, I waited a long time to play the original game's DLC, and that didn't have any huge improvements in that. We're talking about the next gen version is going to have vast differences because of how its online will function. What's this change? 6 players! Yes! 6 players. There was no only 2 summons and 1 invader, or 2 summons and 2 other invaders. There were 6 fucking people duking it out and shit. Hell, they could put new arena modes in this shit. Free Fall 6. That's a speculation. That would be an awesome idea, though. Have a free fall, have 6 people all duking it out. That would be awesome. But who knows about that? But there will actually be where you could have 6 people all in the same world. So that's going to be a different game when it comes to the online. Like, single player wise, it's just gonna look better. Hopefully, you would hope it will look better. But the online is gonna be vastly different, and I think that will be worth the wait. Because like the original Dark Souls, I was really debating whether I wanted to start a new character or if I just wanted to do the DLC with my current character. Well, now I can re-experience the whole story with a whole new rules of online in the DLC and that, with build graphics and stuff. So I think that will look the most excellent. Now, of course, there is the argument that whether I would be able to actually record such a thing, since the PS4 only has HDMI output. It does not have cables or anything. There is supposedly a converter where I can change the HDMI to the cable outputs of my Waxio, but I do want to actually move into HDMI recording, and I've been kind of browsing between different devices. Like, there was one that just came out recently, like a month ago. I was waiting for some different reviews, and I've heard a lot of negative things about it, so I think I'm going to pass on that one. I'm probably going to go with one that's it's a bit older, but is much more affordable, and it functions, and it goes with HDMI. So I think that's what I'm going to settle with. Whether I'll have it by then, I don't know. But the PS4 does have Twitch, so I would be able to Twitch unless there's some issue that was to feasibly happen. But considering I can Twitch at least averagely now, I wouldn't think there would be a problem, but you never know. Never know. But either way, I definitely would want to do a playthrough of it, but time would only tell for that. But either way, I'm definitely going to get the PS4 version. It's exciting news. I don't see the big point of really upgrading to the new version if you're a 360 or PS3 version, since most of it is just going to be patched into the game. Unless you're really interested in that 6-player thing. And obviously, if the DLC is on the disc, if that's on the disc and you're a collector like me, I don't see any other big to really go with unless you just also want the graphical improvement. But you know me, I've never usually been a KO of a big graphical buff person in most case scenarios. I think like Shadow of the Colossus was like one of the few times graphics ever really wowed me. And also, you know, this could also be a really interesting opportunity for them to rectify what they did with the darkness in the original game. Because obviously, I'm sure they really heard a lot of the criticism about the darkness. And that's why a lot of people are concerned about that with Bloodborne. You know, Bloodborne. Yeah. I'll show you. Just for you. You know, Bloodborne. Yeah! GameStop dumpster diving. Fuck you. Yeah. But Bloodborne also has the real darkness thing going for it, and I understand that fear too. Hopefully they don't do it again. But this could present an interesting opportunity not only to rectify that, they could even give options to have it and not have it. But it's, you know, it was literally just announced, so there was so many questions and so little information about this product. Now, it does have some screenshots, which is leading to further crazy speculation about new story elements in that. There was a picture of a dragon at Hightower. Obviously, there's a picture of more phantoms with a living player. Most of the other ones seem like they're more looking to present how they can display more. Like, there's a picture with shitloads of spiders in it, which there is not that many spiders in that location. I doubt there will be. I'm pretty sure that was just an example of how many more mobs they could have in a spot at a time. But the Dragonet High Tower has brought up a lot of speculation because it said new events and new NPCs. And of course, there was the title, Scholar of the Fourth Sin. The Fourth Sin. That subtitle seems so odd because it doesn't connect to anything in Dark Souls 2. The Last Sinner is like the only thing that really definitely refers to sin. I mean, there is the sin system, but I mean, Velka isn't mentioned in name. Her name is lost to time, even though obviously the partner is in the game wearing her gear. So it really makes me wonder what it's referring to. What is the fourth sin in Dark Souls 2? Does it always exist? Or is it something being put in the game? That is the question I present to you. Anyway, what do you think? Are you excited? Are you hyped? Are you on the hype train? Or are you with Ornstein and Smough going down the wape train, killing more noobs? More noobs. But, what do you think? I'm really excited for the next gen version, really here. I mean, this is a whale kind of feeling for me. I don't usually get pumped and hyped like fuck for a game too often. Only a few Atlas games and Soul series are about what keep me being hyped a lot of times. And a few rare occasions here and there, like I was excited about Drakengard 3 being announced. Obviously, when it got released in Japan, word got out, tons of frame rate issues and stuff, and then it came to America, still had lots of frame rate issues, 5 gigs of hard drive space used, loading times, I know most people will hate you probably forever Drakengard 3, but you'll have some weird spot in my heart as some weird game. I don't know. I know it's a pretty game. But I just can't hate it that much. But I'm sure that won't stop other people. But anyway, I'm dwelling on shit now. Are you excited about this? Do you plan on just getting the patch for your already existing copy for whatever console you're on? Or do you plan on upgrading to the Scholar of the Fourth Sin? Do you plan on getting the next gen version? Because I bet I am. Though I might try out the patch thing on the original copy too. I know Alan will. Actually, yeah, I probably will actually try some of that too, because after all, Alan doesn't have a next-gen console, so I'll probably get the experience on both of them. But I'll be doing DLC on the fucking next-gen. Oh, man, now, next year is going to be an exciting kind of... See, Bloodborne got pushed to March, so it'll be in April as long as this doesn't change. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna have the most awesome birthday next year. Most awesome fucking birthday next year. One of the most anticipated games to me is a month before my birthday, and one of the most awesome things to be announced for Dark Souls 2 coming several days after my birthday. But, there's always something good in April for me. Almost every year. Thank you, game industry. Because at least I know there's always good birthday ideas to throw at my friends. Even though almost none of them can afford it. Oh, but yeah, I want to hear what you think. Are you excited? Are you, worried? Thoughts? Throw them out. What do you think? And do you think there's going to be more enhanced story into the game? Do you think they're going to actually really add more story after all? Or do you think it's just going to be a few complimentary little things and not really add to the story? Who knows? But hopefully more details come out. I'm excited. You should be excited. If you're not excited, tell me why you're not excited. Anyway, leave a comment down below and let me know. Please, the motherfucking sun. Now I gotta get on the hype train. Hype train. No, the train's leaving me.